Hi friends, we made it to the end of January. I'm Mariah and I'm your host for the Stash Challenge 2025, and I want to welcome you to the Stash Challenge vlog for 2025. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to link a video where I talk about the Stash Challenge and give you some information about what exactly is going on here. So if you have no idea what's happening, you just watched the video and you enjoyed it. But now, what are we doing a Stash Challenge? Go check that out. I'd love it if you'd still wanted to join. It's never too late, really. We are all working up the yarn in our stash collectively. Yes, we're going to be talking about the scoreboard, the top 10 heavy weightlifters and long distance runners, but that doesn't mean you still can't participate if you feel like maybe you're behind. You're really not. It's your stash, and we're having a lot of fun, I think. So feel free to reach out to me. I do have my email and my YouTube profile. You can private message me on Instagram. You can also reach out to me through my Discord. There'll be a link in the description box so you can join that channel where we're having a lot of fun. I put together a little infographic and I'm hoping that it's interesting to you as much as it was to me. So collectively, there are about 102, I think the number at this point. Oh, I'm recording on Thursday, January 30th. So hopefully this information won't be extremely outdated. We've got a couple of days before the challenge ends, or before the end of January, to be on the scoreboard for January. So right now we have about 102 people who have joined, which is amazing. Last year I had about 20 people, and about half of you are actually filling in your spreadsheet. So last year that was about 15 people. So that's a big jump, and it's really exciting. And I'm having a lot of fun seeing those numbers go up. Collectively, we have used up about over 25,000 grams of yarn. So that comes to almost 57 pounds of yarn. And that's at this moment. That number might still go up a little bit. So that's about the size of a beaver, and that's in the range. So the beaver size range goes, I think the numbers I saw were like 38 to 40 pounds up to 60 pounds. So we're getting pretty close to a nice thick beaver. And then as far as the yards that we've used up, we have over 25, lots of numbers over here. We have almost 53,000 yards of yarn was used up. And that's about the distance from going from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Wilmington, Delaware. I live outside of Philadelphia, about 45 minutes north. So that was an easy landmark for me to use. So hopefully these are fun facts for you. Look forward to more fun facts in the coming months. So again, we're almost at the end of the month. If you are participating in the challenge, you want to log your grams and yards in the spreadsheet by midnight on Friday, January 31st. And I will use those numbers to populate the top 10 scoreboards. Remember, this year we're doing 2 scoreboards. We're doing the heavyweight lifters. Those are the people using up the grams from their stash. And we're going to be using and then we have the long distance runners, and those are going to be the people using up the yards from their stash. So log that information so you have your chance to be on the top 10 scoreboard. I'm not on either top 10 scoreboard. So if you didn't make it, don't worry about it. I'm still having a lot of fun. I am wearing my first finished object of 2025. This is the Ranunculus sweater, and the yarn is from Megs and Co. And I'm so happy with this sweater. This was actually cast on for one of our make-alongs last year. I called it the FOMO make-along. So it was encouraging you to cast on or make things that you feel like you're missing out on that everyone else is making. And this is a very popular sweater. So I kind of get the hype now and why it seems like everybody's making one of these. I highly recommend it. I really, really enjoyed making this sweater. And I'm really happy with the fit. If you watched the video, you may have also seen I was working on a pair of socks. So the make-along we're having right now, which will end on January 31st, we did our new cast-on along for the month of January. And my new cast-on was a pair of socks. Hopefully you can see these. I'm very happy with how these are turning out. I am, as you can see, to the heel. I've done the heel on one. I am working on the heel on the second. I don't think I'm going to finish these before the end of the month, but that's okay. I'm still weighing my balls of yarn to get every gram and every yard counted. As I showed in the video, this is actually Kelbourne Woolens Perennial. My sister and I went to visit their shop for the first time last year, and this was actually some yarn in their sale bin, and the Kremke Stellaris was also in their sale bin, and I just thought it was a lot of fun, so I decided to hold it together, and that's why I'm calling these my sparkle vanilla socks, my vanilla sparkle socks. This isn't an actual pattern. This is just a vanilla sock. It's the type of toe I like. It's the type of heel I like. So I'm just going with it, and I'm really, really enjoying the results. And yes, 2 at a time toe-up socks, holding 2 strands of yarn together at the same time has been quite the adventure. But the result, I think, is a lot of fun. So that's where I am on my projects right now. And hopefully you realize then you don't have to finish a project to log it on the stash spreadsheet. The best way to do this is to weigh the balls of yarn before you start using them, and then weigh them by the end of the month at least. I like to, after I've made a little bit of progress, I like to weigh them and see where we're at and see how things are moving along. It kind of motivates me. We are going to start a new make-along. We're going to have 2 make-alongs coming up in February. So starting February 1st, the first make-along is going to be the Sock Madness along. I haven't quite decided what to call it. I have the idea of what the make-along I want it to be, just to give us something to motivate us to work on something specific if we're not sure what to do. But we're all gonna be mad here for socks. If you haven't heard of Sock Madness, I will put a link. There's a Ravelry group that around this time they do something called Sock Madness Forever. Participated in it last year for the first time and had a lot of fun, and I'm going to do it again this year. So that's going to start. Well, the sign-ups, registration for Sock Madness starts February 1st through the 14th, and then the insanity starts happening kind of after that. So those of us who are going to participate in Sock Madness, we're going to try to get the socks that we're working on off of our needles that we need, get our supplies together, and we have a Sock Madness channel in my Discord. So check that out if you're interested. You don't have to participate in Sock Madness. It's kind of fun to be in the chat. We'll post pictures of our progress, cheer each other on. It was a lot of fun last year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this year. But everybody doesn't make socks. Everybody doesn't want to make socks as fast as they can. So I thought it would also be nice to have a second make-along that people can participate with. I also try to have these make-alongs be inclusive because we've got crocheters as well. We have some people spinning. So I wanted to make sure that everyone can feel like they're participating. So we're also going to be doing a whip along. I haven't decided in the time frame that we're going to be doing this. I am a slow knitter, so I do like to try to make some of these make-alongs very long to give everyone a chance to feel that they've accomplished something. The January cast on along was very short because it doesn't take us long to cast something on. You didn't have to finish it. Obviously, I didn't finish mine. So this next one is going to go on a little bit longer. So if you want to participate, I highly recommend you pop into the Discord. I have a make along channel. We'll have the information there, and people will be posting their progress on their whips. So the goal here is to work on your whips. Check. And you can add different levels of challenges to yourself for that. I don't like to tell people too much of what to do. I want you to find your joy and live your life and go on your journey. But some things to think about for this make along, maybe pull out a whip that you haven't worked on yet this year. Maybe pull out a whip that you haven't worked on in a few years. Maybe challenge yourself to pull out one whip, work on that whip, and finish it by the end of the whip along. Or maybe pull out something that you've put in timeout and you don't want to talk about it. Maybe this is your time to pull it out. But that's all really up to you. So don't let me tell you what to do. It's your journey. So these are our top 10 heavyweight lifters for Stash Challenge 2025 for the month of January. So congratulations to everybody and all of the grams that you have worked up. It's humbling to see how quickly everyone just flew, and just how many grams ended up being used up out of our stash. And then the second category, the new category for this year, are long distance runners, top 10 scoreboard for the month of January. So well done. These numbers are fun, I think, because they're higher than the grams. So just seeing these very large numbers is amazing. And so we're going to be doing a scoreboard for every month of the year. So you still have a chance to climb the ladder. Hopefully, you feel like, some of you feel like maybe you were able to compete a little better in the yards. Some of you feel you were able to compete a little bit better in the grams. But overall, hopefully everyone is having fun. And I hope that you will join us and start logging for February. All right. Bye, everybody.